It's always weird doing this without the headphones on, but I don't need them to review a site. So what I've got here is a request to review GameGate. So let's just jump in and so this site looks like it promises to make me money. So by letting me play games, I don't know how it's gonna earn money for me. So I hope it really answers this question. This is the fundamental question that it's trying to pull me in with. I recognize some of these games, but I don't really play them. So is this limited to only a couple of them? Basically, it says it's pre-register and I have to join the Discord community. So I don't know what's in the Discord community. Why am I going to the Discord community? Why am I doing that? I would like to just sign up and already start making money. And if I can't do that, why am I on this site? So that's not really clear. Play your favorite video game. So does it only support Dota 2 and Valorant? And if that's clickable, why isn't this clickable? So I don't really know what's going on there, but it seems like you have a bunch of accessibility issues with this site that need to be fixed beyond making sure the links work. Skill-based ranking. I don't know if there's a perfect ranking system out there. I think this may be an unsolvable problem. So calling it the fairest could actually get you into some huge trouble here. You're gonna have to prove to me that it is fair. And when money is involved, that's really important. Thanks to our ELO-based rating system. I mean, what is that? Like, prove to me that this is actually valuable and that anyone can win. Okay, wait, what? Is this about making money or playing with friends? This is confusing. Team up with others, find friends, or mess yourself with your team and your tournaments. That doesn't even really read like appropriate English. Like, this is a really difficult statement to consume. So I think there has to be clarity of the separation between whether or not I'm making money or I'm playing with friends, and if friends somehow. But I really have no answers, and so I'm not going to sign up because I didn't get my question answered, which is, how do I make money? If I go to the Discord or the Instagram, like these buttons, they just all go back to this site. They actually don't even work. So you probably know that none of these buttons go anywhere useful, and you still get the last year in here. But actually, this one looks like it goes somewhere. So let's see if there's any answers here. Okay, you got to blow this up. The text is way too small. You're really starting off like at the beginning, which I appreciate, but really you need to get down to the important questions first. Hold on, it's a tournament? So I'm paying to join your tournaments. So I think there's a problem here of figuring out why the users are coming in and what your primary goal is. Like, who are these users? It seems like you're suggesting anyone can come and play, and I feel like that's not the best way to run the business. You need to figure out which group of users will give you the most amount of money and who you're competing against. So for instance, if you're running a tournament, it sounds like really you're just going to be competing with other tournaments out there. Why would I go to your tournaments versus other ones? Is it that there aren't enough and I still have extra time as a gamer and I'm just going to go to all the tournaments I can? I think from that regard, you need to really provide the mechanism of encouraging people with the amount of money that they can win. And if you're competing with other tournaments and I as a gamer I can only pick one of these to go to, then you need to prove to me that your tournaments are going to be better than your competitors. So the question is this a new market or is this an existing market where you're competing with the incumbents? And depending on that, you're going to need to change your messaging. Obviously, there's some things broken. It's possibly because this was vibe coded. I did see that the source was using Next.js, which is probably not even necessary. I would expect more things like Lovable or Webflow for a marketing website rather than trying to build this all yourself. I don't know where the next comes from. The social icon, obviously the social icons are broken, but the biggest questions are that you need to, like, how are you going to prove to me that as a gamer, and I'm not a huge gamer, but like that this would be valuable? Are current gamers looking to find tournaments to compete in, and they're unable to do this, and this will solve that need? Is there a need? And if there is, I mean, I think really speaking to that is most important. Like, why not have a list of tournaments on the main page? Here are the next tournaments available with the game and the cash prizes. Seems like the strategy to go into this. Obviously fix the accessibility in the links, and probably get rid of anything related to friends. If there is an angle here for getting users to pay to compete with their friends, I feel like that could be a different product, or at least needs to be a different marketing page, because it speaks to a completely different set of user, sort of like a pro gamer versus one that just wants to play friendly. But why do I need a competition page to do this? Is it about tracking the competitions with my friends? I don't know. Is that a use case? How much is that worth? And most importantly, I think it's going to be, there's the fairness and the money aspect, really. How much money and how are you going to make sure that it's fair? There are some concerning things in the fact. Just from the marketing page, it doesn't seem like it's tournament based. It's all about making money by playing the games. But if I read into it, it's actually about tournaments. I'm not making money. I'm competing to win. And that means I need to compete against other people. I feel like there's a bait and switch there that really needs to be solved. And I think the most important thing is focusing on who your users are going to be.